Hello everyone and welcome to TVSN. Well, in this hour we are talking about your body and we're talking about your face, and the most important step that needs to be taken for your skin is exfoliation. Up until now we've utilised loofahs, we've utilised brushes, we've utilised products that might be filled with different artificial chemicals, but now we're looking at the next generation in exfoliation. We're talking about exfoliating without ongoing costs of creams and lotions and potions. We're also looking at not using some of these nasties that perhaps you already have at home that could harbour harmful bacteria that can get into the deep layers of your skin and cause you lots of damage. Throughout this hour, we're talking about My Skin, and on the launch just last week, we had such a huge result. We've now made the show an hour, and joining me throughout the full hour is Philip. And Philip McCluskey, thank you so much for joining us throughout the hour.
That's a pleasure.
Now, firstly, obviously we've got the My Skin today, which is a sensational product that's just hit our TVSN customers. But tell us about your background when it comes to skin.
Basically, I worked with people with seriously damaged skin for many years, well, many years actually, and I was then given the opportunity to be involved in something that can give people softer, smoother skin that will just feel so much better and will just feel so much healthier. So of course I jumped at the chance and been able to develop something where the process is so simple, so safe, so accurate. You know, it's just an absolute bonus.
And having come from a background where you've worked with people with serious skin disorders, you were very mindful in the creation process of those people and how would they be able to use it and how would this be able to benefit. You're going to go through, and we've got a great cross-section coming up a little bit later on, of what's happening in the skin and how My Skin can help. But what I need to let you know that is we are already selling out of this, so you're going to have to get on to the phone lines. 200482. It's the My Skin Exfoliator Twin Pack. It's for the face and body. Now this is a sensational prize because you're getting an exfoliating system for the face. Now this is really important because the face exfoliator will be able to go behind the ears, around the back of the neck. Those pimples that you get from your hairline, those pimples that you get around your forehead line, the blackheads around the jawline, your blackheads around the nose area, and also the cheek area. Then you are getting a bonus body exfoliator that is for the legs, for the arms, for the underarms. You're also going to work around the chest area. You're going to work around the back area. So guys that are suffering from blackheads and pimples on their back, women who are suffering from ingrown hairs and rough textured skin, this is going to be the one product that you hang in the shower, you utilise every day or once a week. Whenever you feel you need that exfoliation, it'll help to make your skin smoother and look fabulous. And for $79.50, you're also going to get these two little wristbands so that when you're exfoliating in the shower, you're not going to drop the exfoliator. Also, you can hang it over the shower recess, so you don't need a separate tray in your shower in order to make these work. 200482 is the item number, $79.50. Our phone lines have already lit up. Now, I want to let you know that even if you are using exfoliating skincare, this is different. This is going to help really resurface the skin. It's going to really help to be quick and effective at lifting up the hairs and really helping with those ingrowns, as we'll discover a little bit later on. But I need to let you know that the website has already started selling with this, as well as our phone line. So if you've got the opportunity to grab it right now. Now, to explain a little bit more in detail about the My Skin, we've got some vision for you to have a look at. So check this out, but make sure you come back and join us for more information. Salon prior to the waxing process, prior to shaving and things like that. And that's what's so good about this. It's hygienic. I mean, you would never use one of these bacteria harboring loofahs and then you could not possibly sanitize this enough to use it for two people. So if you've got one of these in the shower, think again, because when you have mold, mildew, bacteria in here, you will find that that will then, if you've got any cuts, abrasions, or even if you've perhaps used an abrasive exfoliator like this one here, and you've almost torn the skin, this bacteria, which forms in around 7 days after this is sat in your shower, will then start to get into the skin. So rethink this and have this. I mean, it looks so simple, but as a bonus in your pack today, you've got these little wristbands so that when you're in the bath or you're in the shower, you don't have to hold on to your exfoliator. So if you're exfoliating your face and you let go to rub your face or to use product, you don't have to bend down. You don't have to worry about it falling down. And what I do is once I've taken it off my wrist, I then hang the cord over the top of my tap. Or if you don't have an individual tap and you only have one of those nozzles, you can then hang both of them over the shower nozzle. They're super lightweight and they're not pink. They're not unisex. They're not just for the girls. They're not for the boys. They're unisex and they are so simple and streamlined for you to utilize. And I guess, Philip, that's the key issue that you had in designing this, to make it one colour neutral for everyone.
That's right.
Simple for both girls and guys.
Yeah, we wanted to keep it so that men would think about using it, because most men really don't look after themselves the way they should.
Yes.
They certainly don't look after their skin the way they should. They tend to say, oh, well, I've washed my face, you know, that's it. I've washed it, oh, I've shaved, okay, it's not a very good shave, but I've maybe shaved, okay, the skin's feeling okay. We try to make it something that they would go into the shower and it's hanging there waiting for them.
Yes.
So they don't have to take any scrubs or anything, so they can say, oh, well, there's no excuse, it's hanging there and their skin's already wet. I mean, it's designed to be used in skin that's been thoroughly moistened. So they're already in there, they pick it up and they start using it. And then sometimes they'll start using it, and they tend to find that, you know, as I say, men don't tend to care too much about their skin until someone comments on it.
Yes.
You know, if someone says to them, geez, your skin's looking good. And then they think, oh, okay, because you never hear people saying, oh, I wish I had bad skin.
No, that's exactly right. Everyone wants gorgeous skin. I'm glad you mentioned that, because my first experience with my skin was when I got out of the shower and I was testing it out. I was given this product a couple of months ago, and I've been utilising it in the shower. And I used it in the shower, and I used it for a couple of nights in a row, and I hopped into bed. It was particularly hot that night. It was when we had the warmer weather. And I hopped into bed, and my husband ran his hand along my arm, just like, you know, good night, give you a little bit of a cuddle. And he went, oh my goodness, your skin feels amazing. Now, I'd exfoliated and put my usual moisturiser in, but because I had none of those little lumps and bumps. Now, I've got great skin in the first place, but it really took it to the next level, and it was so silky and it was so soft, it was so beautiful. Now, we are going to get into a demonstration. Philip, we've got Simone joining us. Welcome, Simone. And you're going to do a demonstration on the arm area. Tell us what you're going to do here.
Well, what I tried to do is I was thinking of some way we could actually show how it will work, because it's actually removing the top layer of dead skin cells and any debris or pollutants or excess oils or anything that's on the surface at the same time. And you're trying to show that to people, and they sometimes say, well, yeah, well, what exactly do you mean? So what we've done is, we've got Simone here, and we've applied some fake tan to Simone's arm, just in the one spot, so she's thinking, oh, hope this works.
She's got a brown arm.
So all we're going to do is, if you can see that.
And we've moistened the area. Now, one thing we need to point out with the My Skin is your skin needs to be wet. So the first thing you're going to do is utilise this in the shower or the bath. But because we haven't got Philip and Simone in the shower, it's not that time of television day, then we're going to just utilise a little spritz of water, and I'm sure you're both happy about that.
So it's nice, the area's already quite nice and moist, so all you're doing is, you're applying gentle pressure, and this is the thing you've got to remember, it's not heavy pressure, it's gentle pressure.
Wow!
So can you see that?
Wow!
It's just to give you an idea of what it actually does.
I've got to say, Philip, for people who are saying, well, that's okay, you've sprayed, you know, fake tan on there, and of course anything's going to wipe it off. But I can tell you, as somebody who fake tans on a regular basis, even after spraying it, even if we were to spray this on 10 seconds before the show, you would still be left with a stain on the skin.
That's right.
But only My Skin is exfoliating. And even Christy, our producer, is saying to me, it looks like she's just had the area waxed. It looks so smooth.
Yes. Well, the thing is, that's one of the beauties. It does feel smooth, but it won't take any hair off. Okay, it's not designed to shave you or cut you. It just won't take any hair off. But just to give you that idea that this is the sort of results we're looking at.
That is, and I mean, that's going to work for, and even though that tan is quite dark, it replicates the dirt and grime. If you've been gardening, if you've been going to the gym, I can't imagine the perspiration layer that you are wiping off the skin. Now, we've got to give you an update because unfortunately our stock levels are dropping like the other day very, very rapidly. 200-482. Think about it, no ongoing products to purchase, no ongoing loofahs that perhaps can be causing more more harm than good. It's easy, it's convenient, and because they both sit so flat to each other, you can put them in your suitcase, you can put them in your overnight bag, you can take them camping, and you can exfoliate anywhere, anytime. Now, look at this unbelievable result that we are getting here. Now, I believe we have got an international celebrity extraordinaire joining us in the studios. We've got Miss Moira coming through. Come on in, Miss Moira.
You're going to have to. I'm not going to sit on your knee.
What brings you into the My Skin arena today?
Well, funnily enough, I've been using My Skin for about 4 months now.
Wow.
Yeah, and certainly can attest to what's happening here, because any sort of grit and grime you've got on your body, it's going to take off for you. And what you'll notice too is the difference that it makes with any, I don't know what skincare you're using, but it just works so much better.
Yes.
Because it's not battling through, obviously, all that dead skin.
Exactly.
But for me, and this was very, very exciting, because all my life I've sort of had issues with the ingrown hair, particularly in the bikini line area. Oh gosh, I can't believe I'm saying this.
Put your hand up, Moira. You're
blushing. I'm not alone, am I? I know a lot of, but well, not the moment. I have to say, after about a week, 2 weeks, I have not had one ingrown hair since.
Wow.
Absolute. So if it's an issue for you,
how did you find the convenience? Because I know in the past, I mean, I would have to say that almost every single woman suffers from ingrown hairs in that area if they shave or wax.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that.
Every single woman. Hello, put your hand up if you don't. You so do. At some time, and it might not be every single wax or shave that you have. It might be every now and again, but most, I would have to say 100% of women would suffer from ingrown hair in that area one day. The problem up until now have been that there have been special creams developed to try to make that help.
Or really alcohol type, really dry type solution-y
and
things.
this is so easy, but it's so compact, so you can hold it in your hand, and it's very, very easy to manoeuvre around the inner leg, and you know,
because of its curved contour, it just sort of gets into all those places. But also because it's hanging in the shower, there's not a day goes by where I don't use it.
Yes.
And that's why I think it's also particularly effective. You don't have to use any pressure, but because you're doing it every single day.
I don't know about you, but I couldn't imagine
No, please.
getting rid of the ingrown hairs on your bikini line with this thing, could you?
No.
I mean, have a go at that.
But I watched your last show and you guys were talking about all the nasties sort of starting to grow, and that really shocked me, because I thought, yeah, that makes sense. Why wouldn't they grow? Mould grows in your shower. Why wouldn't it grow in something like that?
7 days. And the problem is that we don't often see mould and mildew until it's at its worst state when it's black, but it's actually there within 7 days. And so you buy a loofah, and unless you every Saturday morning you go down to the shops and you're going to buy a new loofah, which who can afford to do that these days? I mean, at around about, I don't know how much you've paid for your loofahs, but I know that one of the girls upstairs was saying she paid $39 for a really good quality loofah. And I mean, even if you're paying $10 for a loofah, if you were to replace it every week, you're only looking at 8 weeks worth of product. I mean, this is a lifetime, really, isn't it?
Yes. I mean, your skin's not going to wear it out, that's for sure.
No, that's it. And it's so gentle on the skin.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, these loofahs, once they get wet, they just stay wet for so long.
Yeah.
You know, you put it in there and it's wet, you come back in at night time, still wet.
And this feels so soft to me. I don't know if that's what you felt, Moira, but I have used these in the past, and some of them can be so abrasive.
Scratchy.
That you think, oh, I don't know how that's going on the surface of
You
my
feel like,
skin.
well, you've got surgical precision with these, haven't you? That's how incredibly they've been engineered and designed. The other quick one for me, which this is sort of just a real personal thing, is I do a fair bit of swimming, and even after you've had your shower at the pool, you've got that, you can smell the chlorine on your body. For me too, I've got an extra one now in my swim bag, and when I'm in the shower at the pool, over the skin there, and that sort of, I don't smell of chlorine anymore, so it's getting that chemical off. And I sort of thought too, and because I'm using it on my arms a lot now, I'm looking at the skin going, you know, I might slip back into my strappy top skin. I don't mind my arms anymore.
You feel sensational, and now is the perfect time, because with winter come the air conditioning systems, the crepey skin. You reach straight for the big bucket of moisturiser, and it's not getting into the skin. So Moira, thank you so much.
You're
I know that you stayed behind to share this My Skin story.
Oh, my skin's on. I use my skin, so I just
And it's nice to know that our customers can be assured that you've got no ingrown hairs there now.
That's right, yes.
I'm going.
Thank you
guys.
Anytime, Miss Moira.
Thank you.
Well, 200482 is the item number for the My Skin Exfoliator Twin Pack. Again, ingrown hairs, but also too, if we have a look at the cross section of skin, which I know, Philip, you're going to go through for us. But one thing as a hairdresser myself that I found really remarkable about this, if we have a look at the skin cross section here, and this is something that I noticed, if we get rid of that dead skin cell on the top, you're exposing a little bit more of the hair. So Philip, I know that a lot of people that have utilised this kind of technology, they're getting a closer shave, because once the dead skin cells have gone, you're actually exposing a little bit more of that hair, meaning that you're getting a closer shave.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite interesting, because even this, and you can tell that's not terribly even, but that's much more even than the skin actually is.
Yes.
And especially when you see it with these excess dead skin cells on it. If you looked at a close-up picture, they're all sticking up like this, all over the place. And they tend to sort of congregate round about the base of the hair, just the opening of the follicle there, because you're still getting the oil produced from these glands is coming up here, and it can get a bit sticky.
Right.
So if you've got that sticky oil and these excess dead skin cells sitting round about there, that can create a lot of problems. And then if you imagine, if you've had that hair pulled out, the area's been waxed, so the hair's not there, but it's still producing all this natural oil. So the oil then can cause a blockage at the end here. That's why you have to exfoliate after you've had the waxing to keep that opening clear.
You've got to keep that open.
Yeah, so the hair's allowed to grow through.
And as we know from exfoliation, not just for the surface of the skin, the way that it looks, the way that it feels, the way that it works, but if we're getting rid of those dead skin cells, our body keeps producing newer, healthier, plumper, younger cells. So we're getting that younger, more youthful appearance to the skin.
Which we all want.
Our moisturisers are able to penetrate because they're not going through this barrage of dead skin cells that are built over and over. They're able to get in where they need to work. And again, some of the other problems that we might have with the skin, if we're suffering from a dermatitis or anything like that, how do these work with that?
Well, I think you've got to be careful, of course. If, like, say, for example, you've got something like psoriasis. Psoriasis allows these skin cells, it should take about 28 days to get from here to the top and flake off naturally. With psoriasis, that gets cut right down, so you get immature cells on the surface. So that's why we try and say it's suitable for lots and lots of skin types. But if you're seeing your dermatologist, you've got to be careful.
Yeah.
He wouldn't want you using something on the skin that even though it's very gentle, you're still working on immature cells.
Yeah.
So it's like everything else, you've got to make sure that your skin is suitable for all the products that you use.
Yeah.
Okay, you've got to make sure it's suitable for them all.
And this is the thing, the one great thing about my skin is that you don't have to worry about, am I allergic to this fragrance? Am I allergic to this paraben? Am I allergic to this? Is this sitting on my skin? Have I got toxic overload on my skin? And the one great thing about that, even if you go to maybe a supermarket and purchase an body exfoliating product plus a facial exfoliating product, they've got to be ongoing and ongoing.
Yes,
now we're going to get Simone to do some more more work on the skin. What I love about this, Philip, we are doing the tanning demonstration again, but what I like about this, I might have just cleansed my face. And after I've cleansed my face, I utilise the My Skin around the areas of my chin. So if you are using this at home, guys, always make sure, and it's so easy to hold on to, you wrap the cord, and these cords are a bonus with your pack today as well. So think about getting them all together so that you know that you're always going to be able to store them in the bathroom, you're always going to be able to utilise them. But it takes me just seconds. It is not a blade as such.
No, it's an edge.
It's an edge.
It's a natural edge. That's what we like to call it, the natural edge. And it's been designed to be completely blunt.
Yes.
There's a bit of work gone into the design to make sure that we're keeping it as blunt as possible, but also it's able to do the job really effectively. And as I say, there's a fair bit of work and trial and error with different things, but we've managed to come up with something that people can use, and they decide the level of pressure.
Yes.
You know, they decide, well, how much pressure do I need to use? And they don't use much pressure at all, and then they use it and they think, oh, it's amazing. How good is that? And they feel their skin and think, there's something going on here, and they do it again and think, that's amazing. I mean, I've actually did it on people's hands, and because they said, oh, don't upset my makeup or anything. So you do it on their hand, and they touch that bit of the hand that you've just done it on, and it's not even in the shower. And you're just spraying it with water. It's not even in the shower, and you just do it like this, and they touch it, and then they touch the next area, and then they go back to this area, and they think, wait a minute, that was too simple. That was way too quick and easy.
And I mean, there is so much money being spent into the design to this. So you couldn't just go ahead and use the edge of your ruler or the edge of something else. This has been scientifically, and I know there's a lot of you out there that have thought, okay, well, it's just a simple edge. Why don't I use the metal ruler or use something?
Oh, no, please don't.
It is precision design, and it's surgical precision as well. The edge on this is easy for you to sanitize. It looks so simple, but that's what good technology is. It looks simpler than it is.
Yes,
and
that's exactly right.
That's the thing that you guys need to know. Now, they're clearly marked. This one is marked face, and your larger one is marked body. Now, either here nor there, for me, I use the face one on my bikini area, on my underarms, because of the contour, it's the right size. So you still can do that. But get in here, get in underneath. Where if you get blackheads, you can manipulate it. And I know our camera's going to go very, very close. Thank you very kindly. But utilize this around here to get the makeup of all around the cheek area. Then you can go ahead and utilise it around the nose. Look at how easy that is to manipulate. It's a little bit too close, guys. But also around your neck. I put a lot of fake tan on my neck, particularly today. My skin's quite white at the moment, and I'm not allowed to use a full body tan at the moment because I'm having IPL, hair removal, and they say don't use a tan because it interrupts the pigment. And if that's you and you're using maybe makeup tans, or you're using bronzers, or you're using highlighting shimmers, this will take them off. Now, if you've ever used a good quality spray tan that is designed to not come off when you get wet or you perspire, it won't come off with just regular soap and water. You need the My Skin to effectively get rid of it. And that's what I love about this. It's quick, it's easy, and it's convenient. Now let's have a look at Simone, because she's moved on to the leg area. We need to mention, Philip, that we have spritzed Simone's leg with water, because the important thing about that is you must use this in the shower. Tell us about that.
Well, basically it's been designed, as I said, to be used on skin that's been thoroughly moistened with warm water, because that warm water will actually help to loosen the top layers of the dead skin cells, helps to open the pores, and the fact is warm water just makes the skin feel much better as well.
I'll get you to give Simone a tissue. The one thing that you will notice in the shower, particularly when you're doing your face, have a look at the edge and you will see all of the dead skin cells, a little bit like dirt, harbouring around there. Please wipe it or rinse it in the shower every time you take a swipe.
That's right.
Because you want to know that the edge is clear of bacteria, is clear of debris, so that it works efficiently, because the edge isn't that long. It's only 1 mil or so thick. So you want to make sure you wipe over it every single time.
Yeah, well, basically that's one of the things, part of the design was to make it that it's sealed and easy to clean. You know, you can clean it with just putting a cotton bud on it and wiping it along. And if you've had a lot of debris on your skin, or you have been, for example, you said, been in the garden, or you've been at the gym, because one of my friends who actually had one, and she said, oh, well, I'll try it. You know, people can be a bit sceptical. They say, oh, it's a new thing. How well is it going to work? She used it on her face after she's been at the gym, and she just says, I can't believe how well it works. She says, my skin doesn't feel clean unless I use it.
And that's the thing, so many people feel the same, because you've still got dirt, debris, and you've also got perspiration. I like what you were saying before about the sticky, you know, it's almost like a stickiness on the surface of the skin. I feel like that if I have done a workout, or if I have perspired, or if I've got out in the garden, or, you know, been outside, I do tend to note there's that real stickiness where you just need to exfoliate. And Christy, our producer, was saying about, you know, the little tiny pimples around the back of the neck.
That's right.
You don't want to use an exfoliator there, because you think, well, I don't want to get my hair wet. You know, this can be manoeuvred all around the back of your neck.
And your hair actually gives off a lot of oil and a lot of debris. We had a hairdresser who said that, she said, I always thought, you know, you're washing, you know, and you think about it, people don't really, they don't scrub the back of their neck. I mean, they'll joke about scrubbing the back of your neck, but they don't actually do that. They tend to, they wash their hair, and then they just sort of dry off around here. So you're getting a lot of debris and things stuck on there, and you can actually be getting soaps stuck on there as well.
Wow.
So if you're getting a build-up of soap on there, that's changing lots of things in the skin's balance. So then you have to try and...
sensitivities.
And you have to try and let the skin function as well as it should, So then what you do is you have to go along and you basically are gently removing all this, and it just lets the skin function properly.
Now, I know in the vision that you had, there was a young girl who seemed to be, you know, obviously going through the stage where she might be getting a little bit of bacteria in her skin, a couple of pimples. Would this be great for, say, teenage boys around their back and so forth? When teenage boys don't want to have a shower, just to go over the back area would be so quick, and removing that perspiration is going to help prevent
that's
pimples.
right. What you're trying to do is you're trying to interrupt that process. You're trying to interrupt the pimple formation process, if you like. And it's well known and it's well documented that too much oil on the skin, because of the age, when the hormones are running crazy and you're getting excess oil produced all the time. So trying to keep that as clean as possible to try and prevent some of these blockages, because it's the blockage there, you get the inflammation, the bacteria underneath, and that's when you get the spots forming.
Now, we've just got an interruption. Every single phone line is catered for at the moment, so I want you to get onto the phone lines now and grab hold of what I consider one of the best products. And it wasn't until the other day my partner said, "What are these things that are hanging in the shower?" I said, "They're the things that are making my skin beautiful, honey. They're hanging in the shower. They're ready. They remind you that they're there. They're simple and effective." And I'm going to get a bowl of warm water, and I'm actually going to remove every ounce of makeup on my face with the My Skin. I've been waiting for the time to tick over, and then I'm going to do this towards the end of the show. But I'm going to show you how incredible this works without any products. So if you are traveling, if you're going overseas, you don't need to worry about, you know, taking the aerosols, the non-aerosols, the cleansers, worrying about spilling in your bag. It's there and it's ready to go. Now, you do a demonstration on your hand and on your arm. Are you going to be able to do that for us, that you can show?
Yes, well, I could, if I've got the...
We might grab the water spray, Simone, so that we can do the spray.
Yeah.
What about guys with hair? I mean, I look at this and I think it's great for women that have no hair on their legs, no hair on their arms or bikini line. But how does it interact with the hair? Because it kind of looks almost like a shaver, doesn't it? Yeah,
well, this is the thing. People always, they ask, you know, is it going to cut the hair? You know, what effect is it going to have on the hair? It doesn't have any effect on the hair.
Well,
all it does...
a hairy hand.
Yeah, all it does
no
is...
offence.
Yeah,
well, you've got a hairy hand.
I'm not a werewolf, but thank you. But yeah, all it actually does is, in the shaving process, it helps to lift the hair.
Okay.
So that when you're going to shave, you've prepared the area, so the hairs are standing up.
Okay.
And the skin's much cleaner. You've taken a lot of the oil off the skin.
So if we're shaving with this, okay, let's go through the entire body and let's talk about how we use it and when we use it. We're shaving the face for a man. When do we do that, or how long do we leave it before we do the shave?
Well, basically, a man can use it right before he shaves.
Okay.
Right before he shaves, and it's the same if you're shaving any area. Use it right before you shave, because then you're preparing the hairs. You're lifting the hairs up and allowing you to shave them much easier.
And just with water again, or would we use...
Not just with water.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So we don't need to use any other agents. And because guys are shaving, the astringents tend to...
Well, I always say people will always have the shaving cream or whatever that they like.
Yes.
Okay, they've always got something like that, because they say, well, that makes it better. If you can... do this exfoliation first, prepare the hairs first. Even if you then go on and you want to use your other stuff that you've got, you'll just find that the hairs
will be lifted up.
So much better.
Now, do we go up or we go down on the face?
That's a very, very good point. You actually do both.
Ah.
Yeah, you can do both. The same as when you're shaving legs or anything. You go down first of all in the direction of the hair growth to clean it. You know, clean the skin. Yes. You're cleaning the skin, cleaning the top of the follicles, if you like.
Did you hear that, ladies? Now, I've been talking about men's shaving, but you want to know the best thing? For years and years, we've been selling skincare. And people say, why do men not get wrinkles around this part of their face? Women sag and they droop and they get the lines around the lip. And everybody has always spoken about the fact that men shave. Now, it's a combination of two things that stop men having wrinkles. It's the muscle manipulation of all of those funny contorted positions that men put their face in, but also they're using exfoliation when they're shaving to exfoliate the area. So the new cells are coming through. They've got beautiful young skin on that area all of the time. We're not shaving the hair so that you're still going to have your hair on your face. We're using the same movement. We're going exfoliation, so we're getting new, healthy, plump cells. So laddies, men aren't going to be the younger ones. It's going to be the girls that are going to have that technology.
And
now, show us on your hands.
It's actually really interesting as well, because when you shave, if you're using a razor, sometimes you can be cutting through, so you don't even get as good an exfoliation. So you'll actually be getting
top of a pimple.
Yeah, so you'll be getting a bonus because you're not cutting and scraping. You're actually getting the bonus. You'll have even younger skin.
Oh, ladies.
So do you want me to do
the
this?
demo on the hand.
I almost sort of dried out a little bit.
We might just get you to lift it up slightly so that we can, there we go, just up a little bit. With these little boxes are getting in the way.
Now what I would like to do is I'd like to show you, say the hair's on there, so I won't be taking any of that hair off, but sometimes you can have, if you've had sunscreen or anything on your skin, there can be dust and dirt and all sorts of other things that go onto your skin without you even realising they're there. Because I mean, it's a clean hand. I'm not going about all dirty, but when you go against, you'll actually see, this is part of the accuracy of it, you can see where you're going.
We're not shaving any hair.
We're not shaving any hair, and you're actually just removing.
Look at that, the skin's going white. That's increasing the circulation.
Yeah, this is one of the things I'm glad you brought that up. I knew there was something I had to remember. But what people talk about, they talk about, and you can actually see. Look at that hair,
can I just show, there is still hair on the hands.
No shaving.
There is nothing shaved off, it is all still there.
Okay, except it just feels nice and smooth.
It does. Wow.
It's quite interesting, isn't it? It's really, really, I mean, it's one of those things people say that, as I said before,
I haven't used this on my hands. I should be using this on my hands.
Oh, definitely.
I use it on my arms to get rid of the little folliculitis around here. I use it on my neck to get rid of the fake tan. But I didn't use it on the back of my hand.
No, you can use it. I mean, you can use it anywhere. And what you said there about, we actually get people saying the skin feels invigorated. They say it's like having it's like a massage.
Yes.
Because of course you're stimulating the circulation, and if you're stimulating the circulation's all here in the dermis, where your collagen and your elastin fibres are. So that's what gives your skin that nice snapback.
And I mean, you've got to look at it. This is the pack. This is it. It comes in this packaging. You never need to replace it. So you're only paying $79.50 today, and you never need to replace it. You've simply got the exfoliation system on the inside. You get your face, you get your body, and in the bonus today, you are getting 2 bands, 1 for each. So you don't need to hook them together. You hook it over a little bit like a mobile phone and the cord, and then that's it. You can put it around your wrist. So I have been dangling this on my wrist. So while I'm in the shower, I can add my soap. I can do all of that. Then the good thing about this also is that if you want to do underneath the armpits, and thank goodness I wore a covered top. But you can go over the armpits. Is there any way we should do that?
Well, basically, again, if you're going to be shaving, you want to go down and then go up just before you shave. But that's a good point that you mentioned, because there's lots of chemicals in deodorants. Okay. Now, people apply, and you've got your aluminium and everything in your deodorant. So it's a good idea to be clearing that off and give your skin a chance to breathe, if you like, through the night. Don't need to keep the deodorant on all the time.
Go with this. Okay, I'm getting a clean part of the tissue. Have a look at this on my skin. Oh, look at this. Look at the makeup. It's almost like it's come out of a tube.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, look at that. That has taken all my makeup off, and it's quick and it's effective. Now, if I wanted to, I could just spritz over a little bit of antibacterial solution, and then you could use this straight after. We can share, yeah?
Yeah, well, I think it's a funny thing, though. People tend to be very, very picky about their skin. You know, it's a case of, oh yeah, this is one for both of us, but then when it comes to it.
Are you ready? I'm going to do this so that you can see this. I'm going to show you my makeup scraped off the top of my fingernail. This is unbelievable. Look at the dirt. Look at the dirt. Look, I've just scraped that off my fingernail. Look at that. Look.
Yeah, see, that's people. You might say, well, wait a minute, is that just all makeup?
I can hear the crew doing that.
Yeah, that's the yuck factor.
They're all doing that. Look at that. I'm getting all of that makeup off, and I do have makeup on my chin, but this is getting deeper than just a surface cleanse.
It is. It's more.
And it's
it goes
not
just below the
irritating
surface.
whatsoever.
No. No, I mean, as I say, we actually had people and they said to me, just use a couple of strokes on your face, and then
Simone,
they keep
I want you
using
to wet and do this and tell me what you think. I've got to say, for those of you that haven't experienced this, I do this in the shower every day, and you know what I like about it? For those people at home, I want you to do something for me. You don't have to stand up, you don't have to go anywhere. What I want you to do is pull your bottom lip back and feel the lumps. Feel your skin. Can you feel those lumps?
I can feel the lumps.
If you feel those lumps there, now wet your skin thoroughly. And your skin has to be wet, and then do it again.
Exactly right, yes.
Now do that down.
She's doing the face.
It's not the most attractive thing to do. Do it a couple of times. And you don't have to go, oh, this is still coming off this makeup. Wow, this is so good. This is probably getting last week's makeup off. Oh, it is smoother. Isn't it smoother?
See the surprise, isn't it? It's that surprise look. I've seen that surprise look so many times. Yeah. Oh, it's smoother.
Do another one and you just go, wow, this is amazing. And you don't have to worry, Philip, about irritation because there's no parabens, there's no silicons, there's no polymers,
chemicals
there's no
whatsoever.
fragrances, there's no artificial anything. It's all...
It's the ultimate in being hypoallergenic. You can't get much more low allergy than something like this.
Yeah, and that's the great thing about this. We're increasing the circulation. We're helping to exfoliate, and in skin rejuvenation, you can't get much better than exfoliating the skin. We're helping with ingrown hairs. We're getting a closer shave. We're doing all of this for $79, and you don't need to replace your My Skin exfoliator pack. Now, I've got to tell you that there is currently a little bit of a delay, only about 30 seconds delay on the phone lines. That's okay. Wait, because it is well worth getting. I know that our stock levels are dramatically dropping. Experience this. You do have a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what we say is, get this at home, put it into the shower, utilize it every single day, and if you don't love it, simply send it back. And one of the things that I would say about that is you are going to feel that if Simone's just going for gold there.
Yes.
Now do around your nose, because your nose is amazing as well. But Philip, this is the sort of result that you get. Now, Simone doesn't have to do that reaction, but I'm sitting here watching her and she's going over and over and over.
Yeah, because she's liking the feeling.
She's liking the feeling. But even one gesture of this over the skin, it's not time consuming, it's not hard work.
It's very quick and very easy. I say that's what we've really tried to make it so that, because people want something quick and easy, we all tend to be in a rush. You know, it's an unfortunate thing about today's society, we're in a rush most of the time. So we want to have something that's there to help you, help your skin, help your products work much better. And that's just an absolute bonus.
And when you look at that sort of surgical edge beveling, I mean, there are salons who are taking on this technology. You know, beauty therapists, clinicians are all utilising this. I've got to tell you, if you're not getting hold of this technology, if you're still using this, you got fungus going into your skin. I don't want to scare you, but have a go at the mould on this thing. You start to wash yourself with that and you're causing that surface scratching, and then the mould and mildew is getting into your skin. If you want to look and feel younger, if you want to look and feel smoother, ladies, and I've got to say the reaction that I had was very impressive that night, I've got to say.
That's an extra bonus.
This is a very multi-dimensional product. But getting rid of the ingrown hairs, getting rid of the dead skin cells, getting rid of the blackheads and the pimples, guys, girls, teenagers, you know, those people who are elderly, those people who do have skin irritations, those people with sensitivities, those of you that go to the gym. I mean, every single person from every walk of life can afford and utilise this because there's no ongoing expenses. There's no going into the chemist or the supermarket and saying, don't like banana, don't like strawberry, can't use fragrances, that's too scratchy on my skin. One product all over the face. Now, for those of you that know that I use my exfoliating Alpha H skincare, I still use this in conjunction with that. And it's on those days where I want to get through and give me a full body exfoliation.
That's right, yes.
You cannot go through and utilise this enough. It's going to be one that you'll get behind the ears. I mean, when you do this for the first time, please do this as a test. You don't have to let me know what you've done, but do the chin line and behind the ear. And as soon as you've done it, just have a look at the edge of the knife and you'll be mortified. You'll say, why didn't Kazzy sell me this 12 months ago? 200482. We've got to get you some more vision. We're going to show you some more vision now on the My Skin. But please hold on to the phones for that delay. We'll take your calls soon.
Imagine going beneath the surface of your skin to see what some exfoliators do.
For cleaner, clearer, smoother skin, exfoliating is a must. It's the essential first step in any skincare regime. Don't risk doing damage. Exfoliate with the natural edge. My Skin Exfoliator.
With My Skin, you exfoliate naturally. Just add water.
Easy to use, hygienic, new technology that gives you fingertip control, amazing results, and skin that's never been so smooth. With My Skin, you glide away rough, dead skin cells and debris to reveal fresh, soft, beautiful skin.
My Skin is so gentle you can use it every day. In the shower for skin that glows with health. As part of your cleansing routine to make skincare super effective. On the bikini line to help prevent ingrown hairs. Before shaving or waxing for closer, smoother results. And before tanning products, My Skin is a must.
My skin exfoliator was so great, I used it at home, took it into the salon, the girls loved it, was able to show clients the pre-waxing before, lift the hairs, and it does reduce ingrown hairs.
My Skin is your personal exfoliating system. There's one for the body and one for the face.
The secret is in this extraordinary edge, naturally curved to conform to your contours.
It's not just for the girls, you know. Guys love it to help prevent shaving rash and to get an even closer shave.
Well, I used to have a shaving rash and a very pimply complexion, and I started using the My Skin. Within a couple of weeks, it cleared itself up. It was fantastic.
My Skin takes the dead skin off and you can feel the difference straight away.
We've found that there is nothing on the market that will remove spray tan or fake tan like My Skin.
Exfoliate naturally. No chemicals, no scrubbing. Just add water.
Get rid of all these forever. For one low price, you get both. My Skin for the face and My Skin for the body. Changing skincare forever. My Skin Exfoliator. Call now or visit myskin.com.
You know what I loved? That cupboard of exfoliating gloves and mitts and loofahs and sprays, because you can never find anything that exfoliates your skin as well. These are compact, they're lightweight, they're easy, they're portable. We were talking in that little bit of vision and finding out some interesting things. Simone was saying, I've got to get this. She's travelling down to Melbourne next week. She's been touring around Australia, and she's working on a play at the moment. She said, this fits into my little cosmetic bag. Take it away on holidays. There's no lotions, there's no potions, there's no explosion in my toiletries bag. But Philip has given a little bit of information. Now, our phone lines have just gone so manic. We have to take a very quick music break. Come back and join us on the other side. There's always a little bit of live television element. We had a few mic difficulties, but we're back on board. Something very interesting that we need to let you know, that if you are taking this away with you, that you need to put it in your normal suitcase luggage. Don't take it on board, because they might knock you back with this.
Yes, they may do, even though it's a completely blunt edge. They get a bit funny about anything like that.
You can't even take tweezers on.
That's right,
So do know that this is a little bit of metal. But also too, Simone made a great point about exploding toiletries in your bag. But even too, I've already got my cleanser and my moisturiser and my deodorant and my toothpaste. I don't want to take my exfoliator, both face and body. You want to be able to utilise just this in your bag. Now this is how it comes. I want to show you the amazing presentation, because as you slide the sleeve off, you've got your face, you've got your body, and you've got two cords, one for each. Hang them in the shower, hang them over your wrist. Just add water and you are well on your way to exfoliating. Now, Simone has been raving about this. She said, my skin feels like it's just had a massive wake up. It feels like it is pulsating. And the one thing about this is it's actually stimulating the skin cells as well. Now, we've got to let you know, 13 23 10 is your toll-free number. You have a full 30-day money-back guarantee. It's great as a gift for Dad, and I know that Father's Day is quite a while away, but when you see something that Dad can benefit from, if he's going to get a closer shave, if he's going to get less sensitivity in his shave. Also, for women, if your mum is a freak at anti-aging products, this is the way to go. Now, an important thing, Simone's actually using the body one for her face, but they're the same edge, just different design for manoeuvrability.
Yeah, you tend to find that people will use whatever they feel most comfortable with. I mean, they're so easy to hold. So you've got your fingertip control, it's incredibly accurate, it's incredibly safe. You can use whichever one you want. I mean, we don't say, that says face on it, so you have to use it for your face.
Yeah.
It's basically the face one was designed for those hard to get at areas, if you like.
Yeah.
You know, the areas that we won't mention, but it's areas that you can, you know, I mean, apart from you can use it around your nose and behind your ears and just, as you say, in the folds of the skin where you maybe wouldn't be putting any other product.
But that's the thing. I mean, I've got to say that those women who are larger busted, I'm fortunate enough not to have that problem, but women who are larger busted in between the bust, underneath the bust, and I know that that's a topic that not everybody wants to hear at this time of the day, but let's face it, people who have that problem can notice that it is not only you know, bad for hygiene, but it can be uncomfortable. If you're getting those pimples in between your bust area, cleanse it, exfoliate it, utilise the MySkin. And this is deeper than just cleansing with soap. And if you ask someone, and I know, Philip, there's a lot of people, you would have come across this, people who can't even tolerate soaps on their skin.
Yes, because
they could just use this.
That's exactly right. And sometimes the soaps that we think, oh, this is okay, I can sort of bear this soap, and it can be changing the pH balance of your skin.
Right.
Because a lot of the soaps are a little bit alkaline, and the skin itself is naturally a little bit acid.
Right.
Okay, so if you start changing that, then that interrupts the way the process happens in the skin that we've been talking about, allow the skin to function properly.
Could we use this once or twice a day? Like, can you over-exfoliate?
Well, because this is very self-limiting, it's not a real invasive process, and that's actually one of the good things about it.
There's no cutting, there's no tearing, and there's no danger. I mean, you can't cut yourself. I mean, I can push that quite close on my skin, and I cannot cut myself. You cannot cut yourself on your finger. So it's safe, it's effective, it's not painful, it's not irritating, it's stimulating the scalp. So again, for those of you that get ingrown hairs, you can utilise this on your bikini line, your underarms, your legs, your face, behind the neck area. For those of you that might want to be able to get a closer shave, this is going to help you. For those of you that get folliculitis or the little lumps and bumps behind your arms, for those of you who have that uneven skin texture, for those of you that have poor circulation on your legs or your arms or your face, for those of you that want to invigorate the collagen and elastin and get everything pumping in your skin, you can use this on your feet. It is not a callus remover though. No, it is designed to get the dirt and grime off the surface of your feet, not to get the calluses removed, and that's very, very important. But it comes with instructions. It comes with both the face and body. You can share this, although I would suggest at today's price with the bonus of the wrist. Grab one for your hubby and one for you. Have one in the spare bathroom. Have one in your bathroom. Get one for your gym bag. Moira mentioned before she's got one for her bathroom. She's got it in the gym bag. I sincerely say this, that this will be the most affordable and safe exfoliation system you will ever get. Think of what you've spent in body lotions, in body baths. Imagine getting into the bath. You've just drawn the most relaxing mineral salt bath that has the bubbles, and you think, if I put soap or exfoliator in here, my bubbles are going to go. I can't enjoy the benefit of both. You can have this in the bath and just move over your body. You don't need to put the exfoliator off. Or, I mean, for me, Philip, one of the most annoying things of body exfoliants is just as I squeeze it into my hand, the shower rinses it off my hand. 90% of my body exfoliator ends up down I mean, my drains are incredible.
Oh yes, I bet they are. Yes, they'll be very clean.
But it doesn't end up on my skin, so we're wasting product. This is going to do all over your body. If it takes you longer or whatever, it doesn't matter, because you're going to use it all over. With body exfoliants, you try to get a little bit of product to spread all over your body. You don't have to. It's never going to run out. It's never going to go and you know, go elsewhere. The one thing you're going to do though is buy this to every one of your friends. 200482 is the item number for the MySkin Exfoliator Twin Pack Face and Body, $79. Now, as we mentioned with the feet, but we might just touch it on it again, this is not for calluses.
No, we've designed it so that it's a blunt edge.
Yes.
Okay, it's a very safe blunt edge, and it's used for exfoliation.
Yes.
Exfoliation and deep cleansing, really. It's a cleansing just below the surface. We're not expecting to be cutting off calluses. You're expecting to just, you can take some of the dry skin off, and a lot of people like using it on their feet, because the other thing is, it's that massage again, it just feels really, really good. Okay, getting rid of ingrown hairs, exfoliating the skin, getting a more youthful appearance, and feeling great about yourself. Get invigorated, get MySkin. Not my skin, but a better your skin. 200482 is your item number. Please bear in mind there's a little bit of a delay on the phone lines. It's well worth it. It's affordable. It's functional. You're gonna love it. Thanks, Philip. Thanks, Simone. Bye-bye.
comes a time in every girl's life where we need something that looks fabulous